What's good with it? What's good with it? What is good with it? Warrior, I have no idea how you are all on the wrong. I don't know what you're on, honey. Leaving messages and shit. That don't even say I'm live, honey. This one say I'm live. Come to the one say I'm live. What's up, Mo? What's up, Warrior? And people that's holding on to the window. What's good? What's good? What's good? Listen, I wanted to get into the conversation of what is a side chick, but in finding out, hold on, and you know, I mean, I could talk the basis about it. There was something else called a pick me hole or pick me bitch. Hold on, hello, no, you have the wrong number. They be talking about Angie. Why you answer every call? I answer every call because I don't owe nobody. I answer 800 numbers and all kinds of shit. Because you never know when it's something that you want to buy or anything like that. So, yeah, I answered them all. They've got to have a wrong number. It's just the wrong number. And I also, do the surveys at the end of customer service calls, and I also tip. How about that? I'm a proper black girl. So, what's good? What's good? So, anyway, yeah, I came across something called a pick me girl. I call it pick me hole, and we're gonna talk about what is considered a low down hole. And then since May is mental health month or mental health awareness month or whatever, I want to talk about certain aspects of that. And then of course, we always have to leave it in, leave it open for the goddamn R. Kelly questions or whatever conversation y'all want to talk about. Okay, it don't have to be R. Kelly, but I just leave it open, okay? Because this is the R. Kelly sector, duh. So people most likely want to talk about R. Kelly, want to hear something about him. All right. So but I got me a good sleep. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm doing well. I hope everybody else is doing well and happy and prosperous in their life. But first, I want to address Boom Boom, Miss Denise, right? Um, I don't usually I'm hollering, barking, or whatever when I'm addressing people, whatever. But no, I heard some sensible shit she said, and I appreciate it, and I agree with much of what she said. Oh damn! I'm second, let my soda get hot. Y'all ain't bad nothing. Hot soda. Ugh, thought the soda was open. Excuse me. I have no idea why I think, and maybe in my head, that drinking a soda while live give me energy. I use it as an energy drink. Oh, wanting to get my shit together. I use it as an energy drink. What's up, Nismo? Hey, Courtney. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, anyway, so I had heard her live, right? And um, and I'm always going to, not maybe always, but when if I'm involved, if my name is involved in it, whatever, and it's a sensible conversation, whatever, I'm always going to try to acknowledge what someone says, right? Or maybe even if it's not a sensible conversation, I'll acknowledge it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So, first of all, this is to Miss Denise Boom Boom Boom. Okay, I heard your live. I might listen to everybody's lives, but most of them. Um, but I heard your live, and I do you know agree with you on most of the stuff you said. I'm trying to think of everything you did say, but first and foremost, what comes out of my mouth is the property of Angie. Okay, it's not the property of JoJo or nobody else. I don't speak on behalf of him. He ain't told me to say nothing, none of that type of stuff. Comes out of my mouth is what comes out of my mouth. Now, I didn't hear nobody attacking JoJo for anything, they shouldn't. But I mean, Miss Denise, I don't know what she heard, but I guess she kind of felt like somebody said something or whatever. But what comes out of my mouth comes out of my mouth. And no one should be in their feelings about what comes out someone else's mouth or what does not come out someone else's mouth. That's why we're going to talk about mental health while we're on this motherfucker. And I just want to show you some things that when I say, these motherfuckers out here are crazy, I'm not making it up. See, I like to use supporting facts. Now, see, when it comes to psychology and sociology and things of that nature, I have to use Google. All right? I put in y'all symptoms. It's like a DSM, and I let it come up and see what it say. And be like, yep, that's what I thought. Okay? That's what it is. All right? So you don't even have to go to the hospital. You don't have to see no doctor. All right? Just tell me what you are experiencing, or I can tell what you present, and guess what? I'm put it in Google, and we're gonna come up with what's the fuck is wrong with you. But um, everybody isn't talking about what I said because it's nothing to really talk about. Only motherfuckers that would be worried about what I said is somebody that's experiencing mental health issues. And this won't be the first time that people experience mental health fucking issues. And I want to talk about mental health from the standpoint of, what I watch on these reality TV shows. So I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm just talking about some of these reality TV shows that we see people act all kinds of ways. Oh Lord, help me, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Oh, she said I did awesome. Oh. Mhm. Mhm. As I finish done tomorrow. Yeah. Hold on. Let me write it down. Okay. 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 That's fine. Okay. The other ones wasn't on there, so I wasn't able to do that part of it. The other stuff. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. 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 All right. No problem. No problem. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Out of town. Okay. No, it's out of town. That's out of Vero Beach. Oh, that's out of town. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, no problem. All right, no problem. Thank you. Goodbye. Woo, honey. See, I steady get blessed. Steady. Now, you know what? I got to go work out of town for about between a month to two. Steady getting blessed. So I won't be on here. I'll be out of town in a couple of days. So, anyway. So, so I was listening to, what she said. I don't know where I was in this. And I want to address a few things or elaborate on a bunch of things that she said, right? But again, ain't nobody really up in arms and going crazy over what I said because the things that we talk about are normal conversations that you just have, period. And nobody in your regular life that's stable in their mind goes crazy over. And I just have to say it like it is. It is what it is. Nobody gets mad over something someone says like that, especially when they ain't talking about them, ain't got shit to do with them. This is called a mental health motherfucking issue when that does happen. All right. But I want to, since Miss Denise was talking about side chicks and things of that nature, I want to also talk about side chicks and a pick me girl and just a low down hoe. All right. So I want to talk about it because all of those things play out on reality TV shows and in real life. All right. So I want to talk about those things. All right. But anyway, so Miss Denise, you're right. Um, you did not call me a side chick because the situation I described does not say that I am a side chick. It does not give the definition of a side chick, and it is me. I've never been no one's side chick. How am I going to be a side chick? Side chick means that you're involved with a person and they got a woman. That is not what I describe. But I'm going to show you. Anyway, when we get to the mental illness, you'll see what I'm talking about. And ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All right. I don't know if there's medicine that um would help the people that have certain symptoms and things of that nature. Maybe Miss Mo could, tell us what she's seen or whatever. All I've done with regard to mental illnesses, whatever is one, just go get a little master's in psychology. Two, use that to get in a profiling class to help, with my job. And three, the other job I have, I just do the intake and I get these people who need outside behavior services, which, and y'all heard me talk, the call is on my channel. Y'all heard me talk to one of the clients that needs mental health, assistance, right, with certain things, right? So I do juveniles, I do the elderly, and I do mental health. I get a lot for mental health, okay? I take those people and I place them with people in their time that can assist them. Okay. And I've only kept two of them for myself, two of them that I can assist. One is a mental health person, one is somebody that's elderly. Okay. That's it. This ain't the first time I spoke about this. But anyway, everything I say, because I don't have to say the word allegedly when it comes to me, I can back it up. Or I just drop it with receipts. Because if someone, if just say if Miss Denise called me a side chick, which she didn't, she'll be able to go back to my video and play any parts of it that says that would define me as a side chick. She could be able to go there and point it out. Or anything. Or what I'm doing, what I said, or whatever. All she has to do is simply play the video. Or read exactly what I say off my community board. It's very simple. Or look at my receipts. Listen to the call, whatever it is. A lot of people can't do that. And there's a challenge. If anybody says something that I said or defines something, whatever, not a problem. They should be able to go and point it out. If they can't do that, they're lying. The other way is to listen. If I, if I, I'm sorry, if I'm doing something or whatever, and they can speak on it, and I didn't say it out here, that would mean that they spoke to me directly. That's easy to prove. I'll just show you my phone log, or they can show you theirs. And you just think in your head, Angie ain't never spoke to that motherfucker ever, and told her or him anything about her business or what's going on in her life or what she ate, who she's sleeping with, who she doing this, whatever. That's not, you see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to know anything about what I buy unless I told you where I bought it from. But if I come out here and show you a receipt along with the product, I don't know what to tell you. So it's a lot of, so who has time to get into that type of stuff? This is a narrative killing year. And like I said, periodically I would just drop it and just move the fuck on. And I think that's why the correct motherfuckers that don't like me, which are the ones I don't like either, that I would never fuck with, on or off this motherfucker, have a problem. Because their narratives or their little games or whatever can't continue and make sense if somebody is saying, well, but this is this is that, whatever. And a lot of shit you just got to, make sure you know this. And if I tell you that if I can drop a conversation, I have it. I might not choose to drop it or not read this moment, whatever, but I have it. If you calling that motherfucking channel phone, I got it. So you can't say you ain't said. Because, see, I don't give a fuck about none of this out here. I ain't trying to grow no channel, make nobody happy, click up with friends on him, make friends on here and shit, whatever. As you see, when it comes into the friend department, that has been covered. When it comes to the family department, that has been covered. I'm in my child's life, she's in mine. That's covered. Okay? All of it is covered. I got what's considered a normal life, a real normal life. And I can have fun anytime I goddamn want to. And my priorities stay intact. And this right here is not a priority. It's not. And once you cross the line with me, I don't even know you exist until I have to know you exist. Now, either people will deal with you, and if they don't, then eventually I will. So that's how it works. I'm not going to say it no more. I mean exactly what I say. I'm not the type of person that I'm not a jokey joke type of person. I'm serious, when I'm serious. And when I yell and tell you to stop, don't, quit, whatever, you need to do that. And what I mean is, how people be tickling you and shit? I don't like that. When people be saying stuff or whatever that's not correct or whatever, like you got friends that be joking, oh, such and such, and I'm like, no, I don't. Blah 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 blah. This is the case. Stop or whatever, because I be getting pissed. I've never been. I don't have no mama jokes, whatever, and stuff like that. Talking about people, whatever. Mm. I don't get into things typically. I'm talking about my real life. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Because you motherfuckers, I'm not talking about the majority of you, but some of you motherfuckers don't even matter. That the ones that be liking to go back and forth. So I don't give a fuck about y'all. So, um, God knows what I say to y'all and do to you motherfuckers. That's straight up. Other than that, like in my real life, whatever, they'll tell you I don't. When the motherfuckers be sometimes they break out in some argument, whatever. I get to hit the door. Unless it's something I think that should be broken up or whatever. I'll do that. But being a motherfucking business, they can never tell you that. Never. They'll tell you, baby, that bitch can keep a secret forever. Just like I told y'all, I could have been verified that Levi talked to R. Kelly on the record and what some of the stuff they talk about. I could have been, but I ain't say nothing until, he said, ask Miss Walker. And I just went ahead. Ain't nobody asked me. I just went ahead and verified it. You ain't gonna tell me I'm lying. But I know R. Kelly. Trust me, I know R. Kelly. Okay? He ain't got to sing shit. I know his voice right off. Hey, that's just like if Chris Brown called his mother, Chris ain't got to sing shit. I know his voice. So, hey, it is what it is. It's whatever the hell you make it. So, um, but anyway, like I'm responsible for what I say. And what I said had no type of, I mean, it's common conversation among motherfuckers that's regular. Okay, now if you irregular, aka unstable, then you will find some type of I don't know in it. You know what I'm saying? If you say, okay, I got a boyfriend, that person got a girlfriend, okay. It's like it has happened before in history with other people. So this means it's normal in some respect. All right. It's a goddamn shame I have to come out here and say that. But yeah, it's not putting nobody's business out. I said if I put somebody's business out, that means I would tell more details. I'm talking about me because, like I said, I have motherfuckers leave me some messages about JoJo. I have no idea. One, why are you leaving me messages talking about who he want, who he don't want, and two, what the fuck got to do with you? And that's why we're going to talk about those categories, not only just side chicks, because it's more than just side chicks that's operating in this world. Like I said, there's something called pick me girl. And there are also low holes. Okay? Low down dirty holes. We don't talk about them, you know. But and this is since Mr. Niece, I'm gonna give her the credit because she takes on her videos. But I'm gonna give her the credit since she was talking about them. I'm gonna talk about me, and she also addressed me in her live. So since she did that, I'm gonna also speak on it since this is apparently my situation. um, hold on. So, and hopefully after I, address some shit, I'll redress some shit in an effort to correct some shit. You know what I'm saying? To give remedies. Okay. Um. So anyway, but as I have stated, there is a way that you can, and I'm talking, I'm telling you what Miss Denise did, right? There's a way that you can come out and talk about, make comments on somebody's commentary or whatever, from the way they look to what they said or what they presented, in a way where it is non-confrontational, not intrusive, not biased, or whatever. Even if it's biased, it's done in such a tactful, tasteful way where either way, however you make your comments on, you're not putting yourself in it. You're not, signing on to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're just stating your opinion or whatever. And I respect anybody that does that because listen, you don't know how much we learn from opinions. Opinions is just somebody's alternate way of thinking. And it could be well, it was one part of someone's alternate way of thinking. That's one part of opinion. You know, um, and that person could agree with you or disagree with you. If they disagree with you, or if they agree with you, you can learn something. You can expand your knowledge, and that's what I like to do. I like to listen to people that can expand my knowledge. All right, and people should always be in a learning type of environment, okay? Or turn your environment into a learning opportunity. You can be standing in line at the goddamn lottery place and start looking at shit and whatever and be like, okay, you can learn some or you can, get some ideas, things of that nature, right? That's just what I do. I work my brain out. I'm a mental athlete. I works my brain out. So let me. Oh, I say, hey, Nix, hey, Shawty, hey, Passion, if I had died on my, if I hadn't speak to y'all. So, but anyway, so Mr. Niece was talking about what I had said on my live, and what I came back and said when I was addressing that lady, Robin Chapman, and lady, I meant every damn word I said. You know, you've been one of my trolls since I've had this channel. Blocked, I don't know, almost since day one. I don't understand. But when I talk about mental health, I understand. It's a lot of motherfuckers with, a bunch of mental health issues that's going on in this motherfucker. And apparently it's been left untreated. Black people are afraid to go see about it. And black people are also afraid to tell your ass to go see about it like something is off. Okay, I'm not. I tell you in a minute. This is not no. And then I was supported by giving, showing you receipts of other people that in the same situation did something different, and it didn't constitute as it well, it didn't make somebody look at them and say, now why you reacted that way? That's strange. You're a strange one, baby. You're a strange one. And also, well, hold on, let me see this. I have to Google. Like I said, I have to Google this before I said I have to Google this. All right, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So this comes from Reddit. I'm gonna read it, but okay. But anyway, so maybe I won't use that. I just want to see what is that a symptom of somebody being crazy. All right, yeah. And once again, mental health people, crazy people, and shit like that, you can say that substance abuse, like crackheads and things of that nature. Anytime you confront them about those issues, I haven't seen it fail yet. They goes off, and or they defend, their actions, or they defend that motherfucking crack. If it's weed, they defend that goddamn weed. So they're talking about it's grown from the earth and all that type of shit, whatever. And and I really a dependency on anything is a problem. But and then it just goes to the levels of, does it affect what does it affect? Some of it affects your mental, some of it affect different things. Um but the mental health motherfuckers, you start pointing out, hey, you know, you try to do it like, white people. Well, this is 2023. You try to approach them like white people do, hey, is everything okay? When you know good goddamn well they're crazy than a motherfucker. And you try to ease into the conversation on mental health, right? Motherfuckers, the month almost out. And shit, and hell, you got you got 6, 7 more days to go let somebody see somebody. But anyway, so let me get to what I'm saying. 'Cause, I be going, honey. So Miss Denise was saying that, first of all, let me do the JoJo part. I didn't hear nobody going in on JoJo, whatever. I don't know why nobody would. That makes absolutely no sense. If they did, that's somebody calling their motherfucking feelings, because I'm the motherfucker you need to be going off on if you feel like going off on anybody, because I'm the person that said it. Okay. Now, unless you feeling some kind of way, I mean, then I'm the person you should be talking about, dragging or whatever. Okay. But Miss Denise, made a very stern message about talking about her little brother. Okay. And I second that motion. I second what she says. you can leave him the fuck alone. I told you 1,000 times, well, maybe not 1,000. Let's be accurate, maybe 7, 8 times. I don't give a damn what we go through, what we argue about, whatever. That's spam. Okay? Now, I don't want nobody fucking with them. We're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I might not come out and say we got a problem, but, we got a motherfucking problem. Okay? Shit. Anyway, I don't know why y'all don't get it, but one day you will. So she was so hopefully I got that out the way. I'm the motherfucker that said it. He ain't said shit. He ain't gonna say shit. Cause ain't nothing for him to say. You either disagree or agree with the situation or whatever, what I said, what have you. Ain't no big deal. He ain't gonna address it. All right, he's probably gonna refer you to see me. It is what it is. Okay. So, um, Miss Niece did say that she didn't hear, and I'm paraphrasing, and she didn't say, I'm sorry, that I was a side chick, which I'm not, that the situation does not describe a side chick. It really does not. I can come up, I'm going to tell you what's more likely constitutes a side chick, and we can get into it further once we go down this conversation. A person that either knows, most time knows, that someone has somebody, but they still decide to be with that person. Okay? That's simply what it is. Now, if you're, and this virtual thing, all right? So I have no idea why people don't understand that virtual thing can take many motherfucking paths. It can lead to many goddamn roads and things of that nature. I'm gonna let you think whatever you want to think. I find that if I let y'all think whatever y'all want to think and just give you a purple rain moment at the end, shut down your narrative at some point, whatever. I have done what I need to do, and therefore I have won. I'm already winning, but I have won because I have shown that you are a liar, that you don't know shit about what you're talking about. There is nobody that can tell you when or where I done had sex or they done had sex with me. Nobody can tell you that unless they get on the phone with the two people that have had sex and to confirm it. There's nobody that can tell you what goes on when this motherfucker shuts down between two people unless they get on the phone and tell you. There's nobody that can tell you that when I go missing and he go missing at the same fucking time, what the fuck we're doing. Unless we get on the phone and tell you. We done had a whole argument about sex up here. What are you talking about? I don't get it. But I think I can explain it when I get into the mental health part of this live. It's going to make sense to you. I went over this before. And again, there's nothing you can do about a motherfucker that's losing it. All right? People that loses it, You know, and I'm talking about in the world in general. I ain't talking about nobody in specific. Okay, I talk about reality shows and shit like that. I don't refrain from talking about motherfuckers that I just don't need to, unless I need to. Okay, and it got to be some other importance. So there is no one that can tell you about my life better than either I or the people that's actively in it. That means all the people that you hear me talk to, JoJo is one, whatever. If I ever hear something that I know that is correct, then I would know where you got it from. If there's something that someone says or whatever that they say that's the truth or whatever, they should be able to prove it. And again, sometimes I will let they whoever try to prove what they say and let it be that. Because I have the proof of who I am and what I do, whatever. I know I have the proof. But I'll let you run with it. I think maybe June was the smart one because anyway, so um so Miss Denise is accurate, and so she didn't say that I was any sort of side chick or whatever, because again, what I described doesn't say that I'm any type of side chick, any of that. But I can tell you, like, some examples again, like I said, or you got some people, and I think this is described. It's called a pick me girl. I'll show you. I'm not making these. So I don't make shit up. I'll show you. But but they said pick me girl is. I didn't even know they had a name for it. I just thought it's called a desperate motherfucker. You know, a motherfucker that's just, I don't know, that just can't get it done no other way but to be actively on an assembly line waiting to be picked. I ain't never even heard of no shit like that. I mean, I heard of. Let me say that I've heard of it, but I don't even roll with no motherfuckers like that. And Miss Denise is right. Like when I said some of the things she talks about, some of the things she says I identify with, because when you roll a certain way with certain types of people with certain stats or whatever, or no, not, just motherfuckers that's good people in general, status or not, they have those same qualities, those same characteristics, to where you're sitting up there trying to, be a side chick or a pick me hole, or a low down motherfucker. It just makes all of us clutch our imaginary pearls and be like, my God, because we don't understand what the problem is. Because this is where you can tell where what's a contradiction, or when motherfuckers is lying on their shit. If you the bad bitch, a boss bitch, a bad hoe, the one with everything That I mean, every goddamn glorious thing that you can think of, there is no way that you could would be a side chick, a pick me hoe, or have to be a low down dirty motherfucker. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. As Judge Judy say, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. You know damn well you ain't hitting on shit. And a man typically don't fuck with motherfuckers with qualities like that. Because here's the thing, right? If you're a low down motherfucker in one category, you might be a low down motherfucker in the streets. Get set a motherfucker up. You might be a low down motherfucker at that job and stealing all the motherfucking pencils and pens and shit. And some of them jobs count that shit as part of the budget that fucking affects the profit sharing. You might be a low down motherfucker at the church. You might be a low down motherfucker here, there, and every goddamn well. You might be a pick me hoe here, there, and every goddamn well. You might be a side chick here, there, and every goddamn well. These are facts. And since y'all rely on Google, Google it. I ain't lying. Like, and let me tell you something. So y'all know Kenya, right? Kenya Moore used to be what she was, Miss America, Miss USA. She gets all funny about how you identify her or whatever. Kenya is an attractive girl, but I have seen Kenya flirt. I have seen Kenya do certain things or whatever. Now, on the outside, while she might be an attractive girl, on the inside there's something going on. And I'm not saying that everybody that flirt that there's something going on. That's not what I'm saying. But when you listen to their dating history and their desires of a man and all of that, just me, okay? I be looking at them motherfuckers like, something wrong. Something wrong here. And somehow you kind of get some kind of desperation, because remember a long time she was desperate to have a kid, desperate to get married. Shit, you motherfucking your ass at that time she was approaching 50 or whatever, and she sat up there and let that man. Then when she got married to the man, she sat up there and let that man, treat her any kind of motherfucking way, and took that shit. And I don't think she's still divorced yet. I don't think she even still divorced. There's something wrong, because this just me, my experience, and the experience of people that I done been around and seen. We're not gonna sit down and try to flirt with no goddamn body. If you want us, you're just gonna have to come get it. And if you don't, okay, that's a missed opportunity. The most we're gonna do is get the girls together. Say, hey, listen here, okay? Okay, let me tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a plan. We're gonna try to sit by them, okay? Because sometimes you might have to force the issue, but at as far as it's going, we might have to walk by a couple times till somebody bite. Other than that, that's it. We ain't saying shit. Okay? I'm just telling you how it works. So, fellas, you see somebody, and y'all know the goddamn deal. You see somebody that keep walking back and forth. How many times? I mean, are you going to the concession stand? How many times are you going to put money in the urn collection plate for church? How many times? You walking by, like trying to see what's up. Hell, y'all know the game. I told you, hey, we play more games in a little bit, you know, but we're not going up there and introducing ourselves, um, like, you know what I'm talking about, and batting eyes and saying all kind of suggestive, seductive ass bullshit, and then, trying to get the land the man. No, that's not proper. These motherfuckers want to run here talking about class and tact and whatever. This is what I'm telling you. You know, shit, I hate to say the goddamn man name. Now you motherfuckers go crazy. But, somebody always described me with some descriptive names that is so, you know, accurate and to the point early on. And I said from the get go, and I say from to anybody, like if we trying to be cool with each other or whatever we're trying to do, whatever situationships we're trying to establish, then you got to know me. You got to get to know me, and so you can understand. Because I may say something that you're thinking I'm trying to be some kind of way. No, I say it because that's just how it comes out. I don't have time to sit up there and put it in a way that your feelings might be accepting of and all this here, say it right, whatever. I might say, hey, oh, that dress fucked up, and keep it moving. Because I got priorities. I got other things to think about. I'm not gonna look back and see you crying and bawling and shit. I had to realize, that I can't, and I need to work on that. I need to take a minute and get my words together. Or just shut the fuck up. And but I refuse to let you go out that door all fucked up looking, okay? That is my duty as a friend. So anyway, so so I appreciate, people, and that's like that, and to Boo Boom, JoJo thanks the world of you. He really does. And just like when you had your situation out here, we didn't come out and say a motherfucking thing. We determined, once we found out what it was or whatever, I mean, I know I felt like that I wanted you to do what you want to do in the way you want to do it. I didn't come out here and say shit about, I don't care if you were alive or dead and shit like that. I ain't say that. I wasn't the one that say none of that. I didn't come out here and, do no live and talk all insensitive and shit and whatever. I didn't do that. Being a real one, out here, it may be hard to do, but in my life, it's real simple. Holding on to your core shit, your core values, principles, integrity, all that bullshit. And that with what's in you dictates how you move. If you're a full of shit ass person, you're gonna move in full of shit ass ways. You're gonna do full of shit ass shit. That's just how it is. You're gonna play little games. You're gonna do this, whatever. You're gonna whatever it is. Cause that's just you. You're not a good person. Because if you're a good person, some of the things that you say, some things that you do would never even come to surface. Go to church and let them tell you about it. Get somewhere where your grandmama or your mama wasn't fucked up. They'll tell you about it. They'll tell you that your shit ain't right. They'll tell you that you're a fucked up individual. And that's why they don't really fuck with you like that. They tell you the truth. Maybe the crazy's gonna line up tonight, baby, or something. Boy, I'm trying to tell you. You know? And you got to understand the position or the role that you hold out here or the power that you hold. If you have the ability to run a motherfucker's mind, life, whatever, and didn't even ask for it, we really need to talk about this mental health shit, before the month expires. Because I ain't going to be here. I'm going to be out of time, as you heard. Well, you didn't hear, but that's what that's about. That lady keep calling me every time I go on these lives. Want to give me all, these stores and stuff like that. And I appreciate it. It gets me to where I need to go faster. But, um, you know, and it ain't, listen, I'm going to tell you, it ain't, people like to, everybody like to have fun and all that type of stuff. Everybody grin at you. Everybody do whatever. But it's how you do it. It's when you do it, whatever. I ain't laughing at nobody that's, that could be potentially in no crisis. Or even down. Even if they're down and I don't fuck with them. You don't hear me come out here and fuck with them, joining, soliciting motherfuckers to talk about them or go at them or shit like that. That's an evil motherfucker. And evil people or whatever, people all fucked up people like, that do all kind of shit like that in this world. They never be at peace because their mind is not at peace. Because your mind and your body, that's where evil dwells. It dwells there because your action is a motherfucking result of the evilness that's in your motherfucking mind and body. Now I say sometimes the Church of Angie may, you know, come on out here sometimes. I wish I had somebody. I'm gonna need you to turn to the neighbor in the chat and say, neighbor, evil dwells in your mind and body, which is one and the same, but still, you know how black people break it up. Evil dwells in your spirit. It's in your soul. That's why you look crazy about the eyes sometimes. That's why they always going to the left and the right, up and down and shit. That's why you react strangely. Pure and simple is very simple. Okay, a hothead that gets into somebody hit their car, they jump out and show their ass. A person that's cool, calm, and collected, they get hit. They politely take their seatbelt off, go and expect the damage, and talk to the person. So some shit is in you. If you're a hardhead, this is what you do. Clown. Okay? But don't let these people like to cover, like I said, they like to cover their actions and stuff. Well, we're talking about people on reality stars. Okay. They like to cover their actions by saying this or it's because somebody did this to me, and they be lying about the circumstances or whatever. They're just using some shit. And notice this, right? Somebody can say somebody did something to you, and they'll use the old same old shit from God knows when to continue, just to justify them continuing fucking with you. They got shit fucking with you, dated 2 or 3 years later, they still go back to the same old shit. That's a motherfucker that's full of shit. Evil and shit like that, and don't even believe that there is a God or some type of presence that makes this stuff happen. And I said to you a long time ago, and my friend said, anybody's ever effed with me, something always bad happens, and it happens quick, you know. But anyway, getting back to, I'm trying to remember parts of what Miss Denise said. So and I can always respect the person that would be able to come out and say, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, whatever. Not a person that justifies it and excuses it. I'll never respect that. And then lie about it. I'm gonna tell you, I got a whole list of pet peeves. But the top five, don't lie on me. Don't put words in my goddamn mouth. Woo! I be wanting to send you to the nearest fucking grave I can find. I don't like that shit. Just lying. And speaking of that, Martell done some crazy shit. The melody. Mm, mm, mm. That's why I shared that part one of her video. I can't believe he done that shit. I cannot believe it. But anyway. So, but I can, like I said, Miss Niece was saying, maybe she said no. And I disagree. Now that I disagree with that because, commentary is meant to be commented on. You did it in such a way where like, and you're a better woman than me. I don't do no shit like that and whatever. Now y'all act like I am the goddamn woman's coach and shit. No, you wouldn't believe who I am to that woman. But listen, that's just a joke, just to make y'all more crazy. But um, it's like man, nobody, y'all act like motherfucking besties or talk every day. Are you crazy? Who does? Nobody finna do that. I just don't see it no different as somebody that's in your somebody that's if you know that somebody's going to be in your life, common sense, you're gonna know the people that's gonna be in their life at some point. Duh. I don't even understand none of that. Let me tell you, we got so many goddamn people that are still connected to my family and friends. You wouldn't fucking believe. It is what the fuck it is. You don't have to be a goddamn act a fucking a fool and can't get it together all the time. You ain't got to do that. And if you got a just bone in your goddamn body, huh? But Y'all act as though, a woman breaks up and ain't gonna never get another dude. Now that may be some of y'all's cases. That's not my experience. Just like you may think a dude that's gonna break up and never get another motherfucking woman. Huh? I can assure you, every guy that I've been with is very capable to get another woman. They be lined up, waiting for my ass to exit stage right. Run Street that Mel was Martell's side chick until they got married. Oh no, let me tell you something. Martell is spreading a lot of lies. He spread lies on that girl that she was cheating on him, while they was together in that marriage, and she didn't have any type of relationship until they had separated. He had been cheating, and he told her that she needed just to accept his cheating and shit. Martell, there's a lot of shit that goes on off that motherfucking shit, um off that shit then, that we don't know of. You know what I'm saying? There are people that live there that should give us the reports on that shit. I don't know why, no, but they don't do that. I'm waiting for something. Hey, shit, hell, I would listen. That be one time I be in the motherfucking chat. What happened? What's that? Answer this, answer that. What about this? What about that? Go find out how old Kimmy really is. Somebody should be giving us that information. But I ain't gonna say nothing. Damn. Stop fucking with me. oh, oh shit. Yeah, god damn. Hell. Get that information together. That's that. Shit, I don't even know about that. It's a lot of shit. Apparently, like, listen, him and her did a sex tape. I don't know if you heard it. Martell tried, Martell had threatened her about dropping that sex tape. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't know why him and Mel done broke up. He out here acting like he's so into charade and shit like that and whatever he's doing. And you know how charade fall fast and quick and shit for him and believe anything a motherfucker say. And then he harassing that motherfucking girl, threatening to drop the goddamn. He threatened to drop the sex tape. Then he goes and find a dude, and I think the dude was supposed to drop the sex tape, and the dude was supposed to pretend that it was him on the sex tape instead of Martell, just to say whatever, So she said he told all kind of lies on her around that motherfucking city, and I believe it. I fucking believe it. And he's making their concept of still being family hard. And mind you, she's not over whatever happened. I think some kind of way, she still at least care for him, but he doesn't understand when he keep doing fuck shit like that to her. He is simply destroying any type of, relationship they could have, and it's making her hate his motherfucking ass. When she threw that motherfucking glass at his motherfucking ass, she threw that shit like a goddamn fucking picture on a damn thing, whatever that thing is, the mound or whatever. She threw that goddamn thing, the poor little short couple. I call them the short couple. They ain't really, the dude ain't really short, but they was like, oh Lord, that's our good shit. You done broke. But yeah, And it's like there's certain aspects about Martell I like. I just don't like when he gets to the petty, to the revengefulness. He takes it too fucking far. Too far. And he's out there trying to slander her name and talk all kind of shit and whatever. But then on the same token, still, talk about how he misses family, this, that, and the third. What, dude, if you miss your family, you need to be trying to treat her right. You need to be trying to, not do fuck shit. You done enough. Show her that you can go a period of time without doing fuck shit. Let her date, let her do whatever. And then eventually she'll, those feelings of hating his ass or whatever will subside, because I believe if she wasn't deeply rooted in the word of the Lord, she would really hate him. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what they're saying. And Sheree, let me tell you something. That's just a come up. You got to go and get somebody that you would vision that's on male's level or higher. You got to go do that. That's just what y'all do. Try to do anyway, and fail, because if they might have another zero, the woman might have another zero on their motherfucking goddamn in their bank account. That still don't mean that that person will equal that other person when it comes to the characteristics and the genuineness and all this stuff that really matters. They keep your ass there. You understand what I'm saying? Man. Oh, Martell. Baby Martell, ooh. And he, to me, from all that stuff he's doing to that girl, whatever, he paid for it. See, God don't like ugly. He an okay looking guy. But anyway, so back to Miss Denise life. And I'm glad she recognized that that as the person that sit up in this box, we don't inherit the beast of other people. We don't inherit the beast of people that come in this chat or whatever. I mean, if it's somebody I'm cool with, and and I just set the rules early on. People ain't like the rules. I don't give a fuck. Fair is fair. If a person done talked about somebody, that person has the right to talk about your ass. Now, what I don't like is, when somebody bringing in families and shit like that, I don't like that. And especially people that don't have nothing to do with this motherfucker, and they, come talking about them and stuff like that. But I believe that just somebody come in the chat and light your ass up, when you appear in this box with me, you got the right to light they motherfucking ass up. It don't matter if you in there, if you blue or white, and none of that matters to me. All right, I'm not a referee of beefs and bullshit. That's crazy. So there was no way never that I was going to hold Miss Denise responsible for something somebody else says. That's crazy. Okay, that is crazy. Oh, let me speak to y'all. Hey, Queen Grill. Hey, Miss Denise. Hey, my friend. Hey, DB Wow. Um. Okay. Hey, Sonya Davis. So, and like I said, certain qualities about people I respect. Other qualities about people that I don't respect, whatever, I don't have to deal with. Okay, that's anybody. That don't mean that I got to go out here and fight and fuss and cuss them out and blah 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 blah. No, I got to do that. Um, some people need others to help feed their bullshit. Listen, you can take your ass down there to all different kind of charities and they can feed you whatever they want to feed you. Mm-mm. You can get somebody else for bullshit, and those are people, with the unstable mind. Unstable mind people feed into bullshit or want to be fed into bullshit or wants to start the bullshit, keep the bullshit going, whatever. We see that all on the TV. Okay? All in your life. I was just saying that I'm not going to hold Miss Denise responsible for anything that she didn't say. She ain't say the shit. That woman in her chat said the shit. That's who I address. I'm addressing the motherfuckers that say the shit. That's all it is. Um, I appreciate her saying that, she's not co-signing on to no shit. And again, I said this a long time ago. And you can see it play out on some of the reality shows. You have one person or two people try to get other people in, to go after one person and say all kind of shit or solicit shit or whatever. And then they look stupid as hell when nobody, does that. You know what I'm saying? They look real stupid. And only, weak bitches do stuff like that anyway. I told you that. I don't give a damn how much they rah, 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 and shit like that. Only a weak bitch needs assistance with cussing somebody out, talking about somebody, or making fun of somebody. That's only a weak bitch. That's like a jump. Only weak bitches jump. A double team and shit, if y'all more familiar with that term. Oh, that's weak bitch shit. I don't move in them kind of circles. I move from them. Mm-mm. You know, it's some people in this motherfucker will never. Hey, girl, Melanie would never be asked to be a leader in anything or to talk about, or to come to give a speech, about this, that, and the third, whatever, anything positive. Be in charge of anything positive, whatever. That's because people know that you're not a positive person. I don't give a damn what it is. I would never laugh at no handicapped person and things of that nature, right? Most people in the world don't. That's normal. And I say that because, some on some of them shows, the people, say was laughing at some, handicapped people. And so that's when So when I look at these shows or whatever, I start automatically picking out the people that I don't like, that I do like, and the characteristics I don't and do like in them. And that was one I would never like. That's just it. But I definitely respect the motherfucker to come back and say, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that or apologize for the shit they do or whatever. See, I'm impressed by so far different things. You know, I have had guys who that try to impress me, try to, do this date, this outstanding date, whatever. I ain't had nobody flying with no dog, but I'm scared of dogs anyway. But but and it was the simple shit that didn't cost a dime that impressed me that I still remember I talk about. Y'all hear me talk about a card that somebody gave me. I hear me talking about somebody writing in the sand. Y'all hear me talk about mm, what's some other stuff I could talk about, right? My house. I don't never hear me talk about being taken to the top floor of a building and it was decked out with, a prepared meal and candlelight and shit like that. I told you that I don't have people cook for me. I've never cooked for nobody, but like a special dinner and shit like that. Yeah, y'all never heard me talk about that. Y'all never hear me talk about the person that after Kanye West gave Kim Kardashian stock and shit like that, a person gave me stock somewhere. I never heard me talk about that. But anyway, how I think one person knows. I mean, this is behind the scene. I'm not talking about. I think I'm talking about. One person know that credit card man. I tried to turn the credit card into him, and he refused to take it back. So I don't have. But anyway, so just to get it straight, the situation. So to confirm what Miss Denise was saying, she is absolutely right. The situation that I described does not say that there is a side chick involved anywhere. Okay, moving right along. So now I want to talk about exactly what is a side chick, what is a pick me girl, I say pick me hoe, and what is just a low down motherfucker. Now, I'm gonna again kind of go over what I think it is, but hopefully I can bring it up. Now I'll be googling it while I talk about it. So of course, a side chick is just that what we all know it is. Okay, so let me see what Google's definition is. Yeah. And any of you men in here that got a side chick, I done had one. Y'all can tell me what it is. What it is to you. Ah, oh Lord. I'm gonna put it up on him what they said. I'm gonna put this shit up here so y'all can see that I'm Googling it. I'm reading it right from the motherfucking things. These are receipts. Okay? Y'all believe in Google, don't you? Ain't my goddamn fault. Then a lot of people mad because they just looking goofy and stupid. I don't. It ain't my fault. I ain't say you should look goofy and stupid us in the first place. Then you wouldn't be looking goofy and stupid now. Damn goofies. But it says a side chick is a woman one dates in addition to a girlfriend or wife, usually in secret. When infidelity ends a relationship, trust people to partially blame a side chick, calling her names like a homewrecker. However, it's essential to note that many women referred to as side chicks don't even know that they are. And it says, what is the role of a side chick? A side chick's main responsibility is to keep things fun and exciting. Okay, so and I told you, and y'all know this is a big arena for side chick and clean up women and the clean up woman convention. Y'all know, don't try to act like none of this shit has happened. All these motherfuckers either forget what they. When you're a big liar, you tend to forget what you say, and y'all need to start looking at, you know, who y'all consider, big liars out this motherfucker, and add to it. Straight up and down. These are facts. But because you believe in Google, don't you? Don't you like Google? Huh? I'm using your resources. Huh? 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 So it says giving him short answers and acting uninterested will make him wish he were doing something else or even just hanging out with his main partner. Tell them funny stories. Now, I guess this is how to be a side chick. 14 steps on how to be. They even got, you got to be kidding me. Is this up on the screen? Hold on. Yeah, it's up on the sky. You me. How to be a side chick. It says give your partner space. Don't always be the first to text or seek them out. The person likely doesn't want to have more than one significant other. They already have one, and your role is to be something different. You should be a person they come to for a good time. Give your partner breathing room when you are not together. Okay? For all you side chicks and pick me hoes. Keep things interesting. When he texts you, keep the conversation interesting. Number 3, don't ask questions. Consider your time together as the only time that your partner is your business. You shouldn't ask questions like, where were you? Or why didn't you call me? And why are you always so busy? And see, that's what Yvette started to be doing. She get mad. And I'm gonna tell you what she does. She'll be calling and texting. They don't answer the phone. She would call me for me to call so the person can answer the phone because they, don't recognize my number. I told you, as friends and stuff like that, we help each other out. Shit. Oh, oh, yeah, this bullshit him. 4, don't expect to spend holidays with your partner. So she used to get mad at that shit. If the person cares enough, they might celebrate these events with you on the day before or after. I seen that shit happen with her. But for the most part, don't expect anything like a gift or acknowledgement. Be safe when it comes to sexual matters. Anticipate getting caught. Realize who you may be hurting. Consider the future. Get out if you're not happy. Yeah. So for all you side chicks and that put the link in here so y'all can grab it. Y'all do this right. Cause y'all motherfuckers gonna do nothing right around here. So let me put the side chick manual in the chat and you guys can have it. I think the side chicks and the pick me holes can use the same manual. So let me put it in here. Side chick and pick me hole. I'm gonna put this on in here so y'all can have it. You know I am about resources. Because here's the thing, right? If you're a certain age or whatever, you're never gonna get married anyway. In the frame of mind that you have and the way that you move. So you might as well be a side chick or a pick me hoe, but just don't be a low down motherfucker. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna respect none of the motherfuckers, but I'm really not gonna respect your motherfucking ass. So that was your manual. You can use that. This is how you supposed to conduct a side chick and shit. Live and shit. You supposed to give people some motherfucking resources. Hmm. Now let me see how to be a pick me hole. Is that the same manual? Hold on. How to be a pick me. Wait a minute. Okay. So now let me tell you. Let me put up here what a pick me girl is. A pick me girl, girl or boy. But let me tell you what it is. Okay. Google. I see what y'all use Google. Google got it. We got it. Don't go now. I know. See, I be hearing them spirits. I keep you up at night. I make you type all kind of shit in the chat. Yeah, me. I don't get asked no help. I don't ask no cash app or nothing. Just my presence. Make you type all kind of shit in anybody chat. Type, 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 type. So I'm gonna need everybody to go live. So they can type, 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 type and talk. While I sit back and holler. Oh shit. Don't leave now because this is your area. What is a pick me girl or boy? Someone who is pick me is someone that deliberately exhibits behavior that attempts to appease others, most often the opposite sex, whilst acting as if they're completely unaware that this is what they are doing, even though they are definitely are. So let me take this down and then let me tell you what I found with the pick me on WikiHow. So it says, what is a pick me girl? Tired of feeling out of the loop? You've seen it on social media and heard your friends use the phrase constantly. I never heard it. But what exactly is a pick me girl? It's actually way simpler than you think. And we've got the inside scoop below. We'll walk you through what the phrase means and show you how to spot pick me girl behaviors. We will also explain why it's so important to show empathy and understanding and never to resort to calling someone a pick me girl. Oh, okay, things you should know. Pick me girl put down other women in order to be liked by guys. She will lean into outdated gender stereotypes and put down classically girly hobbies and interests as a way of garnering male attention. A girl who happens to enjoy classically masculine interests but is accepting of other ways of being isn't a pick me girl. In other words, a girl that likes boxing and basketball, so they said masculine interests, but is accepting of other ways of being isn't a pick me girl. Hello? Hello? Huh? Pick me girl. Someone who criticizes women to be liked by guys is a pick me girl. Masculine interests and male friends don't make you a pick me girl. And it says, that's about a pick me girl. It says a pick me girl would make fun of other girls, especially around guys. A pick me girl would criticize her gender and classically feminine things. Uh, Internalized misogyny and showing empathy. So, pick me girls, y'all got your own resource. Let me put that in the chat for you so you can get this. Hold on. Hey, GA girl, you have a side chicken story for me? Okay, he gonna pick me whole. Y'all can grab this. Y'all can use a side chick shit too, cause that's probably what you're gonna end up being in the future. Y'all, but so use both of those. Use both of those. Don't leave now. Hold on. So I ain't never heard no shit like that. Oh, let me show you this. So this is another thing. Y'all can do lives about this. See, you know what? Motherfuckers should thank me. I give you commentary. I keep your motherfucking ass alive around this motherfucker. See, I'm a good owner because I own your asses. So I'm a good owner, and I throw, chips back to you. I'm operating under disclaimer number 2. Okay, life shaming ain't just all about material things and shit like that, right? But this is true stuff. You believe in Google, don't you? Okay, let's Google it out. All right, say pick me girl syndrome. She makes it known that she doesn't need to wear makeup. Cool. She talks about how low maintenance she is. She says she's not like other girls. She shames other women. She brags about being a guy's girl. She has to make it known that she doesn't do drama. Mhm. Says the term pick me girl is most often hurled at girly girl types. A pick me girl might say things like, I just don't get other girls, with the ultimate goal, subconsciously or not, being to get attention or male validation. And they do say a lot of stuff to get male validation. I agree with that. This is some interesting. Y'all see, we learn over here. It don't matter what it is. Ooh, it's in the Urban Dictionary. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if this is on the screen. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, listen to this. Listen to this. The pick me mentality denotes a woman who lives within restrictive male centric standards and that likely is painful to some degree. That's not to say that society should accept problematic behaviors. However, we may employ empathy to understand that pick me girls potentially have not considered how their actions and beliefs contribute to sexism, internalized misogyny, and ultimately the continued oppression of women. Yeah. And it's an area in there. Um, girl, I know if you still listen, I know you in somewhere in that this chat falling out. Girl, I know you somewhere passing out on the ground. Yeah, like stop fucking with me. Woo! Oh shit. Okay. Now let me see. Now this is what I can tell you. Now we're gonna move on from a pygmy girl to a low down hoe. Let me see if I can Google low down hoe. What is a low down hoe? Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you this, right? And yeah, GA girl, y'all getting information. This is information that you need. Cause we ain't never heard no damn pick me hoe or pick me girl. The fucking shit is this? They got names for it now. Like, huh? Huh? Mm-mm. Somebody isn't giving the correct instructions to women and girls, and somebody wasn't giving it. That's why all these behaviors exist, and it is okay and cheered and whatever in society. You see, look at what Portia did to that girl Fallon on Real Housewives. You know, Portia was all crazy and whatever about the damn dentist dude. Had that baby that looked just like his ass. Fallon come on there. I don't know how many kids she done had from that African man. I don't know how old Fallon is. Portia went right there. She was in and out engagement with Dennis. Fallon married to that motherfucking man. Next thing you know, Portia and Fallon husband is together after grinning in that girl face, coming up on coming into that lady's house, in that lady's pool, coming to that lady's shit, and with the motherfucking then end up with the dude and end up marrying him. Kind of shit is that? Now that's the type of shit you need to talk about. Like, you'll never find nobody on this planet that said I went after somebody's husband, boyfriend, or anything like that, proposition them or anything like that. Now, what you may find as some people try to, go there with me, but you'll never find that. There's not a motherfucker on here often say that I ever try to motherfucking go after their husband. Talk about that in the sense of reality shows. But yeah, And if you are in one state and you are, and here's the thing, there are apps, okay, where these people mean people all over. I'm not on no app. Never was, never have, whatever. But as Keller, and that's one because I was against, you know, fucking with anybody that you meet on the goddamn internet, right? But I gotta explain as and you can listen to the call. I don't know if we talked about, I think we talked about that. The entanglement. When we was over there on doing the ESPN sports shit, he had to find out who I was. He met me down in Orlando. But prior to that, he tracked me down from the ESPN, that sports platform, found my goddamn social media, and he hit my goddamn inbox. And I was like, who are you? And, he laid out the whole thing and whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he met me down in Orlando. I really used to like entanglement. But, and then, so you, ain't nobody ever say that. You have two somebodies that'll say, okay, they really liked the dude, but the dude ended up liking me. And then, and actually, them two dudes, I actually was engaged at one point. You can say that. But you would never hear. I mean, doing that is a low down motherfucker. That's smiling in your face. That's trying to go after your goddamn husband or man or whatever. It's almost a low down motherfucker that can see somebody with somebody and try to steal proposition. But I'm talking about somebody that that married or whatever. Now, if the motherfucker is married and you going after the motherfucker, oh, that's you a low motherfucker. And if you got somebody that you done been with and you going after somebody wherever it is, whether it be is something as simple as flirting or engaging into inappropriate talks or whatever, and you with that motherfucker and you trying to do that with another motherfucker, that makes you a low motherfucker. These are facts. These are, I don't leave now. These are facts. This ain't shit I'm making up. Facts. That makes you a low motherfucker. And when somebody that got somebody trying to holler at you, this, that, and the third, you should be asking a whole bunch of motherfucking questions. That don't make you a jealous person. That makes you a person that be like, well, okay, now what the fuck is going on with this shit? And your ego, if nothing else, should stop you and be like, okay, my interest is You're gonna have to leave that motherfucker to get with me. Point blank. There's nothing around that. You should honestly say, I don't wear tennis shoes. I don't wear running shoes. I wear heels. So therefore, I'm not chasing after no goddamn body. Not your motherfucking ass. You crazy? And if you doing all this here and got some motherfucking body, that don't make you somebody I would particularly unless you got to. There's a situation there. That's just me. Because I'm gonna look at what you're doing to the last motherfucker. That's why you ask questions. Well, one of the reasons you ask questions about who the hell you done been with. Now, me, I asked that for that reason, and what you did to them or what they did to you, blah 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 blah. And also, I got to ask you because again, who you fuck with, oh, that if you don't fuck with in the past, that could bring down that other person you get with motherfucking value. I know it don't make sense. That's just how it is. You can't go from fucking with, you know, something that you consider a primo, and then next thing you know, you fucking with somebody that you got to rehabilitate from the motherfucking goddamn whatever. Unless that person better check off all the boxes. He better walk in the likeness of God for that to be acceptable, and not your status, your property value to drop. So I got all this in my, this is natural. That's why I can deal with complex people on this type of level, whatever. But this is natural. This is normal. Might not be normal for some of you motherfuckers. Probably normal for the majority of the people out here. And probably some of the stuff I say is normal for the majority of the people out here. But it's not for you motherfuckers that, how y'all, do it. It could be, the mayonnaise sandwich and sugar water effect that fucked you up. Or it could be whatever it is. But just some internal shit. Internal insecurities. Well, I don't know. But on this day, I'm here to help. Don't go now. So, but anyway, this is a proper classification of what it really is. Backed up with your favorite receipt, Google, and facts. Because there will never be a time, and this don't even make sense, as somebody that is used to having them do, that they've been married and engaged, I don't know how many times. My friends even come out and said that shit. If you listen to a couple of calls or whatever, I gotta make shit up. So if somebody that's used to that ain't never had to chase behind nobody, run behind no motherfucking body, and all that type of bullshit, how would that person have the mentality of being a goddamn side chick? See, all that stuff, usually the side chick type of shit and the pick me holes and all the low down motherfuckers, they have a pattern and a mentality that says, you can't get nobody without doing this, that, and the third. That says, as a person, characteristic wise, you ain't about shit. So you got to do extra to get somebody in your life. That's internal shit. And when you look at their pattern, their dating pattern, or and all that type of shit. They've been engaged niggas money and shit, except all kind of bullshit. And be the motherfucking woman on goddamn Coming to America one. Whatever you like, whatever you like, whatever you like. You can do anything. I ain't gonna say nothing. The ones that say having a piece of man is better than having no man at all that crazy shit. That live, and you see what the pick me Jose, they say live up on them old motherfucking 1954 um antiquated old ass motherfucking shit. James Evans ass shit. The kitchen in the bedroom, Florida. Kitchen in the bedroom. That that type of mindset. Not nobody like me. I told you in my goddamn family, uh shit, they start talking about you if you don't get married at a certain point. No kids. They start whispering so wrong. So wrong with that. But I never say nobody, don't let nobody pressure you, no family fucking ways and shit like that, pressing you into getting married and stuff like that. Cause honey, once you get in that shit, ooh gee, baby. And see, back then, I ain't taking shit. I'm ready to get out this relationship quick as soon as possible. And my friend verified that to somebody. Said if she stick around, she must really like your motherfucking ass. Because I am gone. I'm gone like the motherfucking wind at anything. It could be any simple thing. I told you how I quit that boy because he was too large. I know. I know. Oh, I was so hurt. And you know what? All of my goddamn people that I, really like, all of my celebrities that I really like, boy, they getting up on, they done got up on up out of here on me. Whitney, Prince, and now Tina. That's some bullshit. Yeah, I posted about it on my wall. Oh, and let me tell you, when What's Love got to do with it? I don't know how many times I saw that movie. I'm one of them movie buffs, right? I will sit there and watch. I can watch some shit over and over and over and over again. And on a couple people, and this is the shit I like when you can pick up shit about me. When they know that the movies and the reality, all that shit triggers me, and I be, it plays a little role in my psyche or whatever. I was looking at What's Love Got to Do with It, and something that old Walker husband had said, and I snapped. He ended up, stop watching that shit. Stop watching that shit. I was a goddamn man. I don't know what it is, but I snapped on his ass. He's like, stop watching that shit. Every time you watch that shit like that, you take it out on me. Yeah. Cause remind me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I hope everybody got it straight. And you can do like I do. Google it. You don't gotta take my word for it. And you can best believe it. Anybody tell you anything about me, they had to get on the phone with me or somebody that knows me. And they should show the receipt along with that. Show that. And make sure you get it right. Get it all right. Because I will let you run with whatever it is you got to run with. And set your ass up. Now, I'm telling you. Because I know ain't shit you can do about it. Yeah. Mm-mm. But y'all act like, uh, I done sat up there and talked to the lady about the man turn ons and shit. Guys have uh turn ons. And there have been a few guys that have turn ons that is out of the norm. JoJo is one of them. I ain't lying. Yeah, baby. But see, and another thing, when you, and as ladies, and I told y'all this, stop. When the motherfuckers start asking y'all what you like in a man, don't even tell them everything or just give them a few surface things because they will transform into that nigga just as long, just to get you. And then they transform back out because they know that that's not naturally in them. They're not going to naturally move like that. They will Optimus Prime your ass straight up and down. Optimus Prime. Man, I feel so good, y'all. Man, I might be leaving. It could be as soon as Friday. She just texted me the when you heard that phone call, the itinerary for working out of town. So I don't know when I'll be on. I know I keep saying that, but I moved my schedule around today. Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy. These motherfuckers here try to protect their narrative or their little games or their lies and shit by trying to make you not hear what you heard coming from the person, the truth, or not to say that you didn't see the receipt that you saw or whatever. And in most of these situations, I am the receipt. So just like that motherfucking whole goddamn W-2 shit, I showed when it says my name on six of them, six or seven of them, whatever. And the motherfuckers talking about those not hers or whatever. What do you mean they not mine? How can I have all of them in my possession? Huh? It don't make sense. What I do? Like who sent me their W-2s then? Who sent them? And it's a shame that we deal in a society with full of shit people, that gravitate to other full of shit people, or full of shit people that just don't give a fuck about the honest to God truth. That won't, oh yeah, and then your mind's so fucked up, then you can't even use your mind to say, well, goddamn, well, how the fuck she get all the W-2s? It appear to be a big portion of her name. You understand? No. If nobody else earned her last name through real blood and sweat and tears, she definitely, yeah, she did. She earned it. She earned her name. So let's move on from there. So we concluded I want to call it more than a side chick motherfucking segment of this live. Because I told you got side chicks, pick me hoes, and what? Just a low down dirty motherfucker. And when you go to I bet you when you find out about them motherfuckers, it's a whole bunch of low down dirty motherfucking bullshit. And they before they even got on this motherfucker. Cause you just don't get on this motherfucker and all of a sudden switch. And then never switch back to who you are as a person. That's what I mean by when something is inherently in you, that's naturally you or whatever. This is just how you get down. It's how you are as a person. I struggle with being graphic and sex talk and shit like that. It's not that I'm saying that people shouldn't talk about it. No, you should talk about it. I'm just saying I struggle with it. I just don't prefer to, you know, get on out there with the shit like that. This is not what I do. I may tell you about Tanya, the stripper I transform into sometimes. I never told you all the details and whatever what Tanya does and all this type of shit. I tell you that, depending on who it is, offline. I ain't gonna come out and tell you. I told you as much as I gave you, I think I gave y'all Tanya's playlist. And your boy is on there. Promise with Sierra. Come and sing you. This chaos for oh shit. Girl, I know you in this motherfucking bush is hollering. I know you are hollering. Ooh, I know you hollering, honey. I know you was on the line. Oh, the women, don't forget the backdoor holes that make backdoor deals too. Uh-huh. Backdoor holes make backdoor deals. Now wait a minute. Now 312. You have to explain that to me. What's a backdoor hole to make a backdoor deal? Would they still be considered a low down bitch? I'm talking about low down bitches coming in your house and screw in the bed that the man lay up with his wife and have his children in there. What kind of shit is that? Oh, y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all was getting off on virtual shit, right? So you got motherfuckers out here that's on apps. And they don't get no virtual, fuck this. They on apps answering questions and shit. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I used to have something. I used to be against it because one, I think that you gonna meet somebody crazy or some kind of goddamn swindler or some short dude that's a goddamn dancer at a club. I seen this. That's why I add the short dude that's dancing in the club. I seen it 3 times. When they go to meet the motherfucker, he's short and a dancer at the goddamn some kind of stripper. Yeah. I'm like, So that gave me a bad impression of the people on the app. That's it did. It don't take too much for me. I put it in my internal bank, and I was like, it is stored there, and I'm thinking. So I'm not. I'm on. But listen, they on us, so that's virtual. As many people have met on this motherfucker and what they do off this motherfucker, that's virtual. Especially if you they're like living in 2 different states is against the law, a crime. When half of you motherfuckers got a motherfucking living right there with you, ain't done half the shit. What? What? Ain't gonna half the shit that you wondering about. How about that? So, but anyway, and my thing is when you're out here trying to push up on a dude in this arena on YouTube, in on the app or on any other platform or whatever, isn't that a virtual shit? Huh? Ain't the same thing? But I know when it comes to certain people, it's not. It's not. It's not the norm. Which Now, when you look, society say that's how people. How people are starting off, relationships and meeting people and shit like that. You think it's always going to stay on the internet? I mean, that is crazy. But again, nobody tell you when nobody motherfucking move and shit. If you can't motherfucking pick it up, what? And it's your business any goddamn way, you know. But but when you up here trying to um get a nigga that you met on the internet, which is YouTube is the internet, that's considered virtual, or at least a startup, right? And if you live in two motherfucking towns and shit, then that means that you got to motherfucking make arrangements to see each other, right? Ain't that normal? And if a motherfucker is deployed, if just say it's kind of similar, but if you get somebody and somebody's in the service, they get deployed somewhere, whatever, they may be gone for years. You don't just because a motherfucker gone for years, or let me make it more maybe more geared to motherfuckers around here. If a motherfucker get caught with that motherfucking dope or guns and shit and doing 10 to 20, they got to go off. And if it's federal, they got to go off to another goddamn camp somewhere in another part of the goddamn states. That don't necessarily mean that the relationship loses anything. It doesn't mean that you lose love, you lose feeling, you lose this, you lose that. What you don't have is the physical part of it for a moment. But if you have the emotional and the spiritual components of it, it's gonna stay intact. That's why you got women or men that's able to wait the amount of time or whatever for the people to get out of jail or to come, overseas or whatever it is. And they're doing that with and without a motherfucking marriage certificate. These are facts. And they're getting more out of whatever the fuck they got going on than the motherfuckers that sleeping right next to you, shitting and pissing and shit in the same goddamn house or in the same city as your motherfucking ass and dogging your motherfucking ass out. You walk around here and got to take care of your motherfucking self, but you claim you have a motherfucking nigga. I don't get it. And when I say take care, I'm not talking about just in the sense of, financially. See, if my, let's see, if something breaks down or something, if I need a box moved or whatever, I can pick up that motherfucking phone. Or that box is moved without me even motherfucking ask. Or they take the time to walk me through how to punch the motherfucking goddamn, figure out how to work the goddamn goddamn shit when you run up to that goddamn gas station with all them questions and buttons and shit and pumps. They don't take the time out to explain it. And maybe after they done paid for the motherfucker. You never know. They gonna spend the time it takes to develop something that is very, very strong in all the other areas because they are away. And when they come back, then hey, all the pieces are back together. Or if they somewhere else, they can simply y'all make arrangements to come here and go there and this, that, and the third when you can. It's normal. While some of you motherfuckers ain't got none of that. You got motherfuckers that be on this bitch in chats at the same motherfucking time. They open it when the chat open. Here they come. You can't even get in the motherfucker. With their ass in it. It's full. It's packed. You can't type shit. They done typed every goddamn thing. You can't even drop a motherfucking video. They done responded. You can't drop a message on the message. They done responded. God damn. When are you, should you be at your motherfuckers wondering when I goddamn work? Act like motherfuckers don't understand the concept of work from home or work when you want to. And you only achieve that motherfucking status. And we don't have to only achieve it, but you mostly only achieve that motherfucker when you are the motherfucking owner. I mean, you are the motherfucking business. Or you done did what you had to do for years when it comes to work. That way you can do what you want to do. That motherfucker, I called that girl, I called on that goddamn phone. She worked for one of the biggest insurance companies ever. She was working from home long before goddamn COVID. And when I ever clean up that goddamn call and shit, because she referred to me as my the other name. That's what I told her. Don't yell out none of my names. She would tell you about where we done been as far as work wise, what we have done. Like, so stop playing. These motherfuckers can't tell and show you nothing. And I don't want to hear nothing about I can't, I don't want to, and it's your business or whatever. I don't hear none of that. Because you show and display what you want to. But anyway, so, and then if you trying to go at a motherfucker, trying to get with a motherfucker on this motherfucker, ain't that virtual? If you're in another motherfucking city and state, then you got to make arrangements and be with each other, whatever, when you can. Duh. Where's the crime? That means, so what that all ends up, equals up to, your ass wants a virtual situation too. Because anytime I'm trying to get with every motherfucker that come in the chat to say hello, that's virtual. Or when it comes to reality shows, I mean sliding into their DMs and shit, because the reality show people, they do have platforms. People slide into their DMs and things of that nature. And some of them, strike up a relationship. Chris Brown and date a whole bunch of Instagram people. So there's a lot of celebrities or whatever. Okay. So the crime is just the fact that you can't do it, that you ain't able to do shit. But what you have to do. That's just like me cutting my motherfucking hair. I didn't cut my hair by force. I cut my hair by choice. So my hair is short by choice, not by force. Duh. When I drive whatever I want to drive, that's by choice, not by force. Sleep wherever I want to sleep. That's by choice, not by force. And that's the same as the normal people on this motherfucker. These are normal conversations. These not she thinks she all that come. No, no, no. These are normal people conversations. People that meet at the standard or above conversation. Below average motherfuckers, y'all have a different conversation, probably. That's why you think motherfuckers with this conversation think they all that, think they bullying, think they no. This is normal life I'm talking about. And if you go to any place and you hear people talking, they talking about shit I'm talking about. Anyway, so let's get to the mental health part of it. So this will explain a lot of shit. Oh, okay. Backdoor holes are the ones that be knowing and don't give a fuck. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck how they look doing it and none of that. Like you like a damn fool. And you ain't getting nowhere. And you got a lot about you getting somewhere. You like a goddamn fool. You look like a damn fool, honey. Shit, it wouldn't be me. They gonna attach my name to the motherfucking shit. Mother, you got to lie on me. Yeah, so let's get to the mental health shit. Because I want to look at some stuff so we can understand some stuff. I'm gonna put it up on the screen, honey. So y'all can know what I'm saying isn't made up. Cause y'all like Google, don't you? Oh, dance now with your big ass. Oh, dance now with your big ass. Y'all know that came from what movie that? Oh, that came from House Party when he was gonna call the police. And he's like, I got him. And then he's all dance now with your big ass. I got to find a way to something to flip that because I love that saying. Like, don't leave now, dance now with your big ass. Yes, honey. He gonna call the cop when they having that damn party. I miss that John Witherspoon. Damn, some of these people to me is just going too soon, but hey, it is what it is. So, we're gonna see what erratic behavior is a symptom of when it comes to mental health. Because this is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we have to talk about these things, right? I know I haven't talked about it in depth in a little bit, but I'm going to start back doing it because we have to discuss this shit. Because the shit that we see on these reality shows and out here in this world isn't normal. So, what else want? Erratic behavior. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Put this on here. And just to be honest, the type of people I'm talking about tonight, with the exception of what I was saying about, Miss Denise, so y'all know I'm not talking about that, but like from these side chicks on down to this all this mental health shit, whatever, these people also aren't respected and lack respect in most, regards, right? So it says what mental disorder cause erratic behavior? Anxiety disorder, bipolar disorder, depression, psychosis, and schizophrenia. What are the 5 warning signs of mental illness? They gave us more than five. Changes in personality, changes in emotion, isolation, sudden absence of self care, sense of hopelessness or feeling overwhelmed, warning signs of suicide. What are the signs of being mentally unstable? Feeling sad or down, confused thinking or reduced ability to concentrate, excessive fear or worries, or extreme feelings of guilt, extreme mood changes of highs and lows, withdrawal from friends and activities, significant tiredness, low energy, or problems sleeping. What are two behavioral signs of mental ill health? Sleep or appetite changes, mood changes, withdrawal. What personality disorder is dramatic erratic? A histonic, his, histrionic, uh, a histrionic personality disorder, or commonly known as dramatic personality disorder, is a psychiatric disorder distinguished by a pattern of exaggerated emotional emotionality and attention seeking behavior. A histrionic personality disorder is characterized within the cluster B of personality disorders. Now, I'm just looking this up. What does erratic behavior look like? Erratic, inconsistent behavior is behavior that is unpredictable or may be considered irregular or illogical for the situation or not keeping with the standards of behavior for a given set of circumstances. All right. That means that if you're not keeping with the standard of behavior for a given set of circumstances, meaning because you're going over and above, not everybody, just some people, about what I said. The normal people are just saying, oh, she said it, whatever, and going on about their day. Other people are, acting like that, that I said I know who the hell shot John F. Kennedy for real though. And I ain't disclosed it to the popo. You know what I'm saying? That type of crazy shit. So that's what that means. So when you see people that are not keeping up with the standards of behavior for a given set of circumstances, meaning they doing too much, that's what erratic behavior looks like. Oh, I wish I had somebody. So when y'all look at these reality shows or look at your friends or the people in your family, whatever, you'll be able to point it out. And if a motherfucker just acts crazy over the simplest shit, you know that there's a mental health issue somewhere. Now it can be a small issue, or it can be a large issue, but you know that it exists. Got it? We're gonna look up obsession. Okay, let's look up this because we need this. Don't leave now. We leave it. We need this. Now, and I want y'all to always pay attention to this. I could give y'all the black and white. Okay. I can give you the law that has been. Now, I'm not everything about the law. I'm not I don't have to do that. Put it up and Google it and this that type of shit like that. That's crazy. If I already know it, that's crazy. But motherfuckers that don't know it, you can do that. Just check see if I'm right. But a lot of times the outcome has already been, has already come about. It has already been decided that I was right before it was even decided. And people have a problem with what I said. Why not have a problem with the motherfuckers who did it? As far as who did the motherfucking, who made the outcome. Like if the prosecution said, this, that, and the third, and the judge agreed with the prosecution, the judge and the prosecution is the one that did it. I just said it. They said it and did it. Why you don't have a problem with what they did? Have a problem with what they did. Not just what the person said, which would be me. I ain't do it. This is the outcome. And nowhere on the outcome will you see my name. Because I ain't do it. They did it. They decided it. They did it. And I don't go, and as you see, I don't get into whether or not the man did what it did, whatever. Because I know it's about what you can prove. So I don't give a fuck about if he did it or not, to be honest. Because I'm not a supporter of nothing. I'm just telling you how the law is applied. That's it. And it's about what you can prove. Now, if they keep coming up and they can prove it because they keep coming up with evidence that is centered around you. Like if I go there to try to fight a ticket and say it wasn't me, the motherfucker say, okay, we checked your license. That was your big head ass on that license. That was your car. That was your plates. So most likely, you did it, and we can prove it. Because it could be a circumstance where somebody stole my license or whatever, so that I didn't do it. But if they got evidence that can prove that I did it, that's what they're going to go for. That's what they're going to go forward with. I mean. So it's about proving. I don't really even like to get into whether he did whatever. I don't get into that. I don't give a fuck about that. That's neither here or there. So, am I still up here? Obsession. Okay. Like I said, motherfuckers can't let it go. Motherfuckers justify their behavior, excuse their behavior, or try to provoke you into joining in with their behavior. Now, I don't know how that's going to happen ever if you are the owner. I'm the owner. I would never give nobody ownership of my emotions and shit like that. Uh-uh. But anyway, it says, is obsessive behavior a mental illness? Obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, is a mental health condition where a person has obsessive thoughts and compulsive behaviors. OCD can often affect men, women, and children. Um, they have one that talks about. Okay, so what causes obsession with the person? Trauma or experiences in childhood that led to an insecure attachment style may lead to fear of abandonment. People with a fear of abandonment may develop obsessive tendencies. People may be fearful to be alone and they may make threats or take impulsive actions in order to prevent a partner from leaving. So, a lot of times the obsessive thing gets into dealing with relationships. Let me see. Um, let me see. So, a lot of this dealing with OCD. I'm talking about. They also got that obsessive love disorder as well. Okay. What is considered an obsession with someone? Let me see if it's up on the screen because I just changed it. Okay. What is considered obsession with someone? The following are some typical signs of obsession: thinking about the other person most of the time, stalking the other person online or following them around, foregoing relationships with everyone close to them, such as friends and family, to have a part in all of their interpersonal interactions. Huh? 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 Okay. What is the psychology of an obsessive person? Obsessions. Obsessions are recurrent and persistent thoughts, impulses, or images that causes distressing emotions such as anxiety, fear, or disgust. Many people with OCD recognize that these are product of their mind and that they are excessive or unreasonable. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at lying. Okay, see how this shit ties in? Well, look at this. I'm googling this. I'm googling. What's up, Karen Johnson? Don't leave now. This applies to most you motherfuckers. But right now we're applying it to the reality show stars. All right. What mental illness is lying a symptom of? Lying can be a symptom of some mental health conditions according to a 2021 review, including borderline personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. People with obsessive compulsive order, OCD, may lie to mask compulsions or stop friends and family from worrying about their behavior. Is lying a symptom of schizophrenia? The lie motif in schizophrenia seems to come into being through the attribution process of taking the other's blame on one's own shoulders, which has been pointed out to be common in the guilt experience in schizophrenia. Let me see what this one says. What is the psychology behind lying? We lie to save face, to avoid hurting other people's feelings, to impress others, to shrink responsibility, to hide misdeeds as a social lubricant, to prevent conflict, to get out of work, and many more reasons. Do sociopaths lie a lot? Some believe that it is fun to torture others or that it makes a sociopath in some way superior. Sociopaths are often highly functioning people, which means that they are able to hold down a job, a family, this, that, and the third. Yet many lie so pathologically that they do not even know when their deception took over. This is the definition of a sociopath. Okay. And if I look that up, you're gonna see a lot of motherfucking goddamn similarities somewhere floating around this motherfucker. Let's look at delusional. Okay. Delusional disorder is a type of mental health condition in which a person can't tell what's real from what's imagined. There are many types, including persecutory, jealous, and grandiose types. It's treatable with psychotherapy and medication. See that word? There are many types, including persecutory, jealous, and grandiose types. It's treatable with psychotherapy and medication. What mental illnesses make you delusional? Delusional disorder, previously called paranoid disorder, is a type of serious mental illness called a psychotic disorder. People who have it can't tell what's real from what's imagined. Delusions are the main symptom of delusional disorder. Their unshakable beliefs in something that isn't true or based on reality. So that's when some people come out here and tell you some stuff that they say is real that it's been proven as not, and they won't even know if it's real or not, but they know for a fact that it is, and they have a delusional disorder coupled with other stuff, or just lying in general. And here's the thing, right? Most of the time, they have come out and talk about what they saw as factual, and then they come out and talk about the same thing and flip it to make it not factual. So they talk about the realness of it, and then they come back later on and talk about trying to make it not be real. I mean, that's some you can't do nothing but feel sorry for them type of motherfuckers. Jesus. Okay. What causes a person to become delusional? Delusions are common to several mental disorders and can be triggered by sleep disturbance and extreme stress, but they can also occur in physical conditions, including brain injury or tumor, drug addiction and alcoholism, and somatic illness. Does a delusional person know they are delusional? A person who has experienced past delusions and no longer does, for example, due to the use of antipsychotic medication, may realize that their former beliefs was false and thereby have insight into the fact that they are prone to delusions. What are the signs of being delusional? Poor insight into irrationality of one's delusional beliefs, believing that others are attempting to harm the person, persecutory type, beliefs that others are in love with the person, erot, erotomanic type, belief that one has great talents or a history of important achievements, the grandiose type. I'm going to repeat that. Belief that one has great talents or a history of important achievements, grandiose, grandiose type. That's mean the beliefs. That don't mean that they actually do it. Like June actually does it. So that's not what I'm talking about. That's not talking about bragging on your achievements. Because I know some of y'all will get it wrong. These people, they're talking about people who believe they have actual achievements, but they don't. Let me see if there's anyone. Okay, I got two more. Let's look up jealousy. Hold on. Hey, open minded. Hey, what's up? Hey, mama. Them my people there. Them my people there. Okay, jealousy. Now you see how this ties together. Delusional is in this with this next paragraph that I'm going to read. And I googled, I said, is jealousy a mental illness? It says while delusional jealousy is a mental illness condition in its own right, jealous delusions are more likely to be experienced by those who have been diagnosed in the past with anxiety disorder. Is there a disorder for being too jealous? Pathological jealousy, also known as morbid jealousy, Othello syndrome, or delusional jealousy, is a psychological disorder in which a person is preoccupied with the thought that their spouse or sexual partner is being unfaithful without having any real proof, along with socially unacceptable or abnormal behavior. What personality disorder is the most jealous? These individuals are often report feelings that emotion control their lives, or even that they feel things are more intensely than other people. Y'all heard that? These individuals often report feelings that emotions control their lives, or even that they feel things more intensely than other people. In close relationships with a person with BPD may appear jealous, possessive, or hyperreactive. Mhm. What mental disorders causes jealousy? Schizophrenia, paranoia, psychosis, attachment issues, anxiety, and borderline personality, which is BPD. What is the psychology of a jealous person? Jealousy is often rooted in insecurities and fears that a person may not even realize they have. These could include fear of oversimplification, fear of inadequacy, fear of abandonment, fear of being replaced, and fear of being judged. What are three reasons for jealousy? There is not one root cause for someone's jealousy behaviors or feelings, but there are few reasons why someone might feel this way, including insecurity, past history, or fear of loss. Jealousy can be triggered by these and might create tensions within your relationships. And the last one I want to talk about is projecting. Now, this is when people will say they will project their life onto someone else. Okay. They'll say that just, okay, like they may be, I don't know, they may be, oh gosh, a fucked up individual. All right. They may say that another person is a fucked up individual just like them. They may say that, just because they blind in one eye and can't see it out the other, that you blind in one eye and can't see out the other, when you might have 20/20 vision. They might say your ass sleeps in a twin bed because they sleep in a twin bed. They may say that your feelings are the same as theirs, so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? They may say your ass is funny looking because they are funny looking. And you might just want goddamn Miss America. Shit like that. They may say that you are depressed because they are depressed. They may say that you did something because they did something. Yeah, but let's read about it. It says projection is not a mental illness. However, projection may be a sign of a personality disorder. Symptoms of narcissism include a person struggling with intimacy or empathy, constantly seeking attention. A lot they say, empathy is they say a person that's struggling with empathy. All right. Says what mental illness causes projection. Research suggests people living with personality disorders like narcissistic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder may display excessive use of projection and other specific defense mechanisms. So they use projection as defense mechanism. So if they come out here coming at somebody, whatever, they're going to make you equal to or less than their ass or reflect their motherfucking life onto you when that is not your life. That's theirs. What is projection in mental health? Psychological projection is a defense mechanism people subconsciously employ in order to cope with difficult feelings or emotions. Psychological projection involves projecting undesirable feelings or emotions onto someone else rather than admitting to or dealing with the unwanted feelings. So it means it's their feelings. What personality type uses projection? Due to narcissism, lack of awareness and fragile egos, these individuals often blame others for their bad behavior and shortcomings. Psychologists refer to the above projection a default defense mechanism often used by those with a narcissistic personality disorder. What is projecting behavior? According to Karen R. Koenig, projection refers to unconsciously taking unwanted emotions or traits you don't like about yourself and attributing them to someone else. A common example is a cheating spouse who suspect their partner is being unfaithful. You heard what it said? It says unconsciously taking unwanted emotions or traits you don't like about yourself and attributing them to someone else. I mean, putting your shit on them. What are three signs you are projecting? Feeling overly hurt, defensive, or sensitive about something someone has said or done. Feeling highly reactive and quick to blame. Difficulty being objective, getting perspective, and standing in the other person's shoes. Noticing that this situation or your reactivity is a recurring pattern. Something else I want to Google and I'm going to let y'all out of here. Okay. Don't leave now. I'm just about done. Okay. I put in, is the lack of empathy or sympathy a mental illness? Says although lack of empathy disorder is not listed as a mental illness in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of the Mental Disorder DSM-B, it could be one of many signs of a serious mental illness. However, people who lack empathy do not necessarily need psychological counseling. What mental disorders cause lack of empathy? Narcissistic personality disorder is associated with an assortment of characteristics that undermine interpersonal functioning. A lack of empathy is often cited as the primary distinguishing feature of NPD. What is it called when you lack empathy and sympathy? Psychopathy is a personality disorder characterized by the lack of empathy and remorse, shallow affect, glibness, manipulation, and callousness. Yeah, those people are real fucked up. I know that they cite lack of empathy and sympathy in either psychopaths or sociopaths. They real fucked up. Yeah. So with all that being said, I'll be anything and everything you want me to be. But you can never attribute anything we talked about tonight to my motherfucking ass. Never. I ain't saying I did everything right in life, but I ain't did everything wrong. And you ain't never heard nobody mention none of that shit when it comes to me. And be telling the truth. They be trying to pacify a person or a situation. I get it. And here's the thing, right? It is strange to me that when people that's the closest to you know that you're a fucked up individual, well, let other motherfuckers know that that's a fucked up individual. Well, I'ma still fuck with them, but I'm just gonna let you know on the sly. That's a fucked up individual. I'm gonna tell you how fucked up they are and what they done. Ain't nobody gonna ever give nobody no call like that when it come to me. Like, stop playing. So with that being said, I done ran y'all all out of here. Listen, fuck with me, you will lose your mind. You find somebody else to fuck with. I don't know, like, figure out if something is wrong. Okay, might be wrong with you. Because anytime you overact with with something as simple as what somebody says that ain't got nothing to do with you, there's a problem. And we're gonna need you to handle that motherfucker, okay? As soon as possible. But that is my time, honey. And I'm gonna have to go on and get on out of here. Cause I got to see what I'm gonna be doing in the next, maybe by Friday I might be on up out of here. Be gone for a month or two. You know what I'm saying? The lady called me and said, they said you did a fantastic job. See, I was still in training because I ain't never done that particular promotion like that before. But yes, so your girl is on the move. So I appreciate all y'all for coming on through, even the ones I ran the fuck up out of here. This is factual information, honey. You trust Google, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? But anyway, once again, y'all, I love y'all. Please be safe. Stay normal. Like whatever fight you win, fight it on a normal, how normal people do it or whatever. And it's always, hey, love yourself, do something good for yourself and somebody else. And don't forget to start now with getting your shit together for charity. Because by Thanksgiving and Christmas, the people are going to need it because it's going to be cold. They're going to need coats and all that type of shit. Like I said, these people are marking their stuff down crazy. And you can get one coat for somebody or go through your closet and start emptying that shit out. You'll be helping somebody, okay, that greatly needs your assistance wherever you are. This is something you can do wherever you are. And you don't have to go through no charity or anything like that. No, like a organization that you donate to that gives to others, like United Way or whatever. You can do this straight up out your what? Your own fucking motherfucking pockets. Okay. All right. I will holler at y'all some other time. I love y'all. Please be safe. Bye.